Hello and welcome to Face to Face on City TV. This is a YouTube channel where you get to see the interviews that we do for you on Face to Face. My guest today has done some football administration, but in recent times he's been actively engaged in politics, having served as a Greater Accra Regional Chairman of the NDC for many years before he was voted out. 1 year after he lost office, I'm here to interact with him to find out how he's doing. Is he joining the campaign or he's abandoning the boat? My name is Umaru Sandamadu and you're welcome. Share this particular stream that you're watching. Thank you. My guest on Face to Face is a former chairman of the NDC for the Greater Accra region. Chairman Ade is how he's popularly referred to as. You're welcome to Face to Face.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Long time.
We've been hiding, watching you from afar, or you rather have been watching us, because you there, we don't see a lot of you.
I've been watching you from afar, yes, and I know you've been doing a very good job.
Thank you so much,
your program is one of the best programs in this country.
God bless you.
You are yet to win an award, you know.
The award givers, they don't see
They don't.
me. Maybe
Well,
they don't see me.
Well, next time let us know so that
Maybe they are not watching.
they should be watching.
Maybe they don't have TV.
I mean, you are one of the seasoned journalists in this country.
Thank you.
And you've been doing well. So
no, hearing this from you is an award for me.
Okay,
enough.
thank you very much.
But when I was entering your house, I saw that you have a signpost that said Belarus consular. That's your new role?
Yes, no, I've been the honorary consul for Belarus for the past 12, 13, 14 years.
Really?
Yes, but see, I like to keep a low profile.
Belarus, so, Eastern Europe.
Eastern Europe, yes. So I represent Belarus in Ghana.
Why did you go to school there? Did you study there? Did you live there? What's your connection to Belarus?
No, I happen to know the president. Okay. I was at a program in South Africa when I met the president, and they wanted the representative in Ghana. And Mandela's daughter, who was a friend of mine, introduced me to him. Okay. And then they decided that, well, they will appoint me as the ambassador, as the consular here. Okay. So they brought the relevant documents. That was during Professor Mills' presidency. Okay. And so they made me the honorary consul. The main embassy is in Abuja, Nigeria. So I represent them here. And I mean, it's been a very fruitful journey. One day, I organize a trip for you to Belarus.
So if anyone wants to go to Belarus from Ghana, they have to come and see.
They have to, yeah, they have to pass through.
So you do the paperwork before they go to
No,
Abuja?
the regulations are there. If you want a visa, the normal process. Okay. And now I have to put a recommendation to Abuja for them to issue the visa.
One of the famous terms in Ghana now is Jakpa, where people run away from the country, yes, looking for greener pastures. Do people consider Belarus?
Oh yeah, people do. I have a lot of phone calls for them to want to go to Belarus. Okay. Some already think that with a Belarusian visa, you can enter into Western Europe. You see, they border Poland, yeah, Ukraine, and that kind of thing. Okay. Previously, when there was no war, it was easy for you to go to Belarus, and because they were neighbors. Oh. But now with the war going on, I tried to tell them to wait a bit. But then it's a very nice country for business. They are one of the developed countries in Eastern Europe. Okay. Very, very much developed. When you go there, you'll be amazed. I see. People normally don't hear of Belarus, which is called White Russia. Okay. And we need to have more engagement. I've tried severally, but you know, because of this war situation.
I'll come and take a visa and go and look at Belarus. When I come back, I'll tell Ghanaians what I've seen.
Definitely.
Anyway, let's talk about you. After you lost the elections, you've been quiet. What have been happening with your personal life?
Oh, well, you know, I've been around. I've been going out and coming in most of the time, but anytime I'm around, I get myself involved in my own personal businesses and that kind of thing. But if you recall, when President Mahama was going on his campaign tour, I joined him. So I went to all the 16 regions with him. Okay. So I've been active. I'm very active.
And you recently lost a very close brother of yours.
Yes, Honorable Iti Mensah, yes. Iti Mensah is an icon. And he has left a lot of legacies in this country. I had to join the family to go to South Africa to bring his remains back home, okay, which the government gave him a very resounding reception when he came in, when we brought the body in. I mean, when you want to talk about Iti Mensah, He was a founding member of the NDC. As you see today, E.T. played a pivotal role. Most of the MPs who are now ministers and that went through there. Fifi Kwete, Haruna Idrisu. I mean, he worked with the speaker. I mean, they were the three wise men. I mean, so NDC, we got into NDC through E.T. Mensah. He has a way of encouraging and attracting finesse to the party. So I've been a friend of him for about 30 years. When I was on the FA, subsequently when I became the regional chairman of the party. So we need to look at what E.T. has done for the party, the country, and to humanity. When you look at all these things, you see there's a man who the state must accord a very befitting burial. So the state has decided, in conjunction with the party, to give him a state burial, which will take place on the 5th of January at the forecourt of the State House. So I will entreat everybody, both in the NDC, MPP, everybody in this country to really come and pay their last respect to a man. He's a fine gentleman. Nobody is perfect, of course, but then when you look at the good side of E.T., from AME, Sports Ministry, he acted as education minister, he acted as an agriculture minister, employment and social welfare. I mean, this agreement that has become controversial. It was his idea. So many things. The professional football.
You're celebrating him, but there are NDC people who think people like E.T. are sellouts who left the party at very crucial moments. Not left, but did anti-party work.
No, that is never true.
That he's now seen more as closer to the MPP.
No, that is never true. That is never true. He was a member of the Council of State, and this is an important institution of the country, and you need people with experience. You see, we have taken politics to a certain level that is so partisan that people who have got goodwill, who have good experience, being on the other side, don't want to contribute to the forward march of this country. So it's vice versa. He never, if you ask the the national chairman, before he contested for the Council of State membership, he consulted Asedu Kitia. I see. Yeah, and Asedu Kitia gave him the permission to, because it is very good that an NDC member is on the Council of State, so that he will be able to champion the cause. Because if the Council of State is only fested by only MPP people, I mean, where we don't have a say.
Let's talk about Adekoka then. Did you fall out with the NDC after they voted you out as regional chairman?
I've never done that.
So you are still NDC?
I can never fall out with NDC.
You will not join MPP?
Never. I mean, come on. I mean, that is a non-starter.
It's sacrilege. You don't ever see yourself going blue?
No. Never. I mean, I just told you I went to the campaign
with John
Mahama.
The day you lost, I spoke to you on the phone.
Yes.
And you said to me that if your newly elected chairman comes to your house, you unleash dogs on him. Has he come to visit you?
Oh, no. He hasn't been here. But, I mean, in the heat of elections, I mean, if you realize certain things that people did that you are not happy with it, you are bound to unleash some venom, which I did. I don't regret saying those things, but still I'm an NDC member. Yeah, because at the heat of election, at the end of election, you are bound to express your opinion. Because if you look at my record for NDC, I've been chairman for 12 years. You look at the record that NDC has. When you go to parliament, they have 20 members of parliament. It was through with the help of other members of my executives and the entire NDC that we got those numbers. And we won Greater Accra at that time. Unfortunately, in your preamble, you just said that that was one of the reasons that I won. Because any party that wins the capital over the years naturally forms the government. But in this instance, we won the Greater Accra, we won the majority of seats, but we were not able to form government. So if you look at my record, I don't have to tell you, but it's impeccable.
But you have been in politics for decades. You know that politics involves winning and losing, and the way you handled that loss or that defeat wasn't particularly politically mature. Would you agree?
It depends on how you look at it. I told you in the heat of affairs, you are bound to say so because the loss was okay because that you cannot be chairman forever, but the process and what went wrong and what people did made me make.
But politics is mafia. You have also been mafiaing people. They mafia you small, you are crying.
No, I wasn't crying. I was making a statement.
Yeah, but you shouldn't because you would have also done that in the past.
No, I don't know. Anytime anytime I beat somebody, I beat the person on a clean slate.
Yeah, but there are parliamentary candidates who say Adekoka has worked against them. What should they do? Should they go to town and go and start shouting?
Well, it's their prerogative.
And you also defeated somebody.
No. It's my prerogative. I had to say what I felt at that moment of time. But I don't shy away from things that I say. You know me already.
Yeah. So would you still open your dogs for Ashimo if he comes to your gate?
Oh, I think the dogs have become so hungry that they've left.
But wait, he hasn't met you personally as his former chairman to interact with on the forward march of the NDC?
You see, when you have a former chairman and the elections are over, there's a way and manner you approach the person. You know, you don't sit in the house and make a phone call and expect the chairman to walk to you. If it's proper, you come and visit him and have a chat with him. Probably he'll open up certain things to you. But it's a process. It's never late. It's still a process. So anytime he feels like coming to my house,
maybe he was afraid of the dogs. Can you say to him now that the dogs
I just said the dogs are hungry and they've left, so the doors are open.
So so he can come now.
Any moment, anytime he wants to come, he's welcome.
But how about you making an effort to reach out to him and say that you are my junior brother, do it like this or do it like that? You also haven't done that.
You see, when you have a son and a father, and your son is living outside your house, your son should make an effort to come and find you. When he has done that, you also make an effort to go and look for him.
How about the remaining executives? Have they tried to reach out to
you? A few of them have been here.
Okay.
A few of them have been here. I communicate with some of them. And so my doors are open anytime.
If you read Animal Farm, Snowball was outside the farm. Everything that went wrong on the farm, Napoleon attributed it to Snowball. Snowball had agents on the farm who were helping him destabilize the farm. There are allegations that you are becoming the Snowball of Greater Accra NDC, where you are outside and destroying the windmill of the party by having executives who owe allegiance to you, and which executives you are using to disturb the regional front. What do you say to that?
I think this is preposterous. I never do that. I'm the kind of person that when I'm out of office, I don't go undermining whoever is in charge. I don't do that. It's never right because we all have a common purpose. The purpose is to ensure that NDC comes to power. So why would I undermine somebody? No, I don't do that. I mean, it is your behavior, your attitude towards your fellow comrades that will determine how you are successful. Leadership is by example. And the way you portray yourself will enable those whom you are reacting with to either come to your side or be against you. So as far as I'm concerned, I have never tried to undermine anybody. I have never tried to. People call me. I have several phone calls being made to me. The current situation in the region, people have been calling me. So, Chairman, why don't you come and so? I said, no, I cannot do that unless I am invited to come to do that. So that tells you that I wouldn't spoil something and then go back to fix it. No.
But you're not using some members of the regional executives to undermine the
no.
Frustrating his administration so that you can come back and control.
No. Oh, Maro, I mean, coming back is not an option for me to go back to become regional chairman. Come on, I have to move on.
You won't run for that?
No, I have to move on.
Why?
After 12 years, no. I don't believe in that kind of sankofa.
Are you serious? David Cameron just got appointed Foreign Secretary of the UK after having said
he was appointed Foreign Secretary, not the Prime Minister.
Yes, but
so there are two different things.
But that's lower than Prime Minister. He's even taking a job which is lower than...
I just told you, I'm prepared to serve
in other
But
capacities.
for me to say I'm going to contest, they are two different things.
Former President Mahama is trying to contest to be president again after having served as president.
You want to compare oranges with apple,
Okay.
right? We are talking about the
They are all
regional
sweets.
But you see, after 12 years being a regional chairman, it is the ambition must be different now. You never know 2024, 2028. You never know. I might even contest for presidency.
Really?
Yes. Am I not capable of doing that?
No, you are.
Yes. So why don't you think bigger?
I know, but my concern is that, you see, you're a politician. Are you not sure it's too early to be saying you will not run? Because if in 2024, 2025, they come to you and they say they want you again as chairman, well, sure, okay, you won't recant these words?
Well, no. You added an adjective, right? If they come for you. Well, because I want to serve the people, I should be in a position to serve in any capacity. So if they come for me, that's a different ball game. But for me to offer myself for that position, it's a different ball game.
But politicians always say they ask me to run. They don't say that I am the one who wants to do it. So
well, when they ask me to run, they will have to say it. They have to make it official for people to know.
So you're just using a backdoor to come back to the thing after saying you don't like it.
No, you started this conversation.
Yes.
And I'm saying that if they come for me and say, Chairman, we think you have to come back, it's a call. It's a call to duty.
How about parliamentary seats? Are you considering running for parliament in your constituency? Where's your constituency?
Ablekuma South, Ablekuma West.
West, okay.
Can you believe that when I was out of office, a delegation came from Ablekuma West for me to go and contest the seat?
Against Reverend?
Yeah, they were. I was going to. They were prepared to make me an unopposed candidate.
Okay.
You see, and I told them that it will look very. People will read different meaning into it. That, oh, you were just regional chairman. You are out of office and you are now coming to contest for parliamentary. It shows that you are a greedy person. It shows that you don't have morals, and to not be appropriate for me to do that.
So you decided not to?
So I decided not to, because the optics will not look good.
Okay. That
you just came out of office. So are you the type of person who cannot wait, sit behind and watch? So that's my character.
How about national executive position then?
Well,
if you are done with region, how about national?
Well, that's an area I will look at. Definitely, I will look at, because I'm qualified to contest any position in the NDC.
But you're not considering any of the positions at the national level yet?
At the moment, we have officers there. When nominations are open in the next 4 years, and I feel that I can participate, I will gladly look at it.
Is Greater Accra Region NDC healthy currently from what you are seeing from afar?
No, not at all.
What's making it sick?
I mean, I'm sure you as a seasoned journalist, you are aware of what the happenings there. Recently, one of your crew member or one of your staff was beaten at the region, and the optics were bad with all those chairs and all those windows smashed. As a regional chairman, for 12 years, nothing of that sort had ever happened in the region.
Really?
Never. So I was taken aback and I was shocked that the region had degenerated into such a state that people would come and vandalize the regional office. It is not the style in Greater Accra. So it's not, currently the health of the region is not very good.
But can you blame the regional office for that? That could be an isolated case?
No. Things happen. They don't just take place at a go. It happens because of certain processes and certain decisions that have not been properly dealt with. That will lead to the anger of the people coming to misbehave. You understand? So, Greater Accra, I mean, one must be honest with himself. Sitting back, I realize that you go to a lot of the constituencies, and there are a lot of problems. They call me, people call me.
Have there always not been problems?
It is the way you handle the problems. That is why you are here sitting with me today. During my tenure, I wouldn't say there weren't problems. There were lots of problems, but we were able to handle it. That nobody even had a whimper of it. You understand? There were numerous problems. MPs with executives, even people have problems with me. But the way I handled the issues, right? I wasn't a dictator. right? I listen to everybody, and at least I make my case clear. If you understand, then we go ahead. If you don't understand, we find ways and means of reaching an understanding, so that everybody will go home very happy. Yeah.
The issue you refer to is Ododo Diodio.
Yes.
There seems to be, your friend Nilante van der Poel has decided to run again.
Yes, yes.
Ododo Diodio is going to be a problem for you, isn't it?
Yes, it's going
to
be.
It has started showing that already.
If they don't handle it well, we might end up losing that seat. And people must be up and doing.
Do you think it was a good thing for Nilante not to contest Ododo Diodio again?
Well, if per his own calculation, you realize that when you went this time, you'll be in a bit of a trouble. So it's a good idea for him to step down. But if you have stepped down, you should allow the system to play itself. There are people who have been in that constituency, have worked for so many years, since the inception of, since 1992. I know a lot of people who have worked there. People have gone through the mill, who are now qualified to become candidates. And if the people like, they will vote for him or her. Unfortunately, if you try to manipulate the system, bring your own protege, you have a problem. People will resist you.
Is that what's happening?
That's exactly what is happening.
So there's an imposition of a candidate.
An imposition of a candidate. I'll be honest with you. Me, I will say as it is. People who have gone to contest in that constituency don't deserve to be there, because that is not their constituency.
Can you name names?
I don't want to ruffle the boat.
But it will be helpful.
But people will understand what I'm saying.
So who is this protege of who?
You want me to?
Let me know who is being imposed on.
Well, let's be honest with ourselves. There's the name is what I can, but there's a guy who was a former MPP person, who has been brought on board. Yes. Because according to information I had, he helped the party. He crossed carpets and then he came. But there's a constitution. There must be a time frame that you should serve the party from a certain position before you can rise to the high level. And from my perspective, and just having left the party only a year ago,
it should not be.
It shouldn't be there, because you have started 4 years or 6 years way back. Unfortunately, no. Unfortunately, there's another person who was MP for Amasaman, who should have gone to Amasaman to make sure that they are able to win the seat again, because as an MP, he lost that seat. And now you have moved from Amasaman to come to Ododo. I mean, it's not nice. It's not a good thing to do. And these are the seeming problems that, if you are not careful, we might end up losing that seat.
So if you were regional chairman, what would you have done differently?
I would disqualify the one who had been brought. I would tell you, before even he files, you will have heard from me that you will not qualify, so you will not come.
That's the MPP 10 NDC person.
Yeah, if I was there before he even attempted to call.
And the Amasaman MP.
I would advise him to go to Amasaman and stay there and make sure we win the seat there.
So you want grassroots people from Ododo to be the ones to...
Exactly.
But then again, so who is doing this? Do you think, or do you know who is imposing this candidate on the constituency?
Well, they know. They have to know who is doing that. I'm not in the constituency, so I don't know.
But you hold filler. This is Face to Face on City TV. My guest is a former regional chairman of the NDC for Greater Accra, Chairman Adekoka. We're talking about the health of the party in Greater Accra. He says it's not healthy at all. We'll come back. I'll ask him what can be used to cure the party's problems in Greater Accra, and then we'll talk about the national campaign. The NDC is looking for a running mate. We've just discussed, he said he's not going to run again as chairman. He may possibly run for flag bearer position in 2028. But how about running mate? Is that something you consider? What should go into the decision to choose a flag bearer? And then Greater Accra Region NDC generally, what can be done to maintain? The current chairman has said to me they are targeting some more seats that they intend to add to the basket of seats that they have in Greater Accra Region. Is that plausible? How can it be done? And what role is Adekoka going to play? Please stay with us.
City TV is live on DSTV. Go to channel 363. On GoTV, access City TV on channel 182. On a digital TV, please press the menu button on the remote control and run a new search on your TV. Take note that without an antenna, you cannot access City TV on your television. City TV can be accessed on a free-to-air digital box like the Go TV and Star Times box. City TV, it's your world.
You're welcome back. This is Face to Face on City TV. My name is Umaru Sandamado. My guest is Joseph Adekoka, former chairman of the NDC for Greater Accra region and the consular of the state of Belarus in Ghana. If you want to go to Belarus, come and see him for visa. Let's talk about NDC. So you said that Greater Accra NDC doesn't look healthy. What can be done to cure that? Yeah,
you see, the hierarchy, the party hierarchy. Recently, I heard that the regional chairman has taken the youth organizer to court for defamation. I mean, that's not, I mean, with this situation, you are causing a lot of problems in the region. Now, the executives are not in a position to meet as an executives.
But if the youth organizer has been a problem and what he has done is constitution.
There are measures, there are processes in the party that must be used. You report him to the National Disciplinary Committee as a chairman, because he's your colleague. You cannot send the regional disciplinary committee. There's a national. So you write officially to the national and report his conduct to the national for them to deal with it. That's the proper way. That's why it's a party and there are rules and regulations. But to jump to the court, I think it's
But is the national party not watching this? Maybe you should blame the national party for
not
intervening.
I don't know. I'm not there, so I don't know what is about. You have asked me of my opinion, and I've given my opinion that should have been done.
I'm just saying that, but the national party should be able to intervene.
They should be able to intervene because you see, the atmosphere then means that you cannot have a regional executive meeting. Because I've taken you to court, so how can I come and sit in the same room with you to have and the youth wing is a very, very important and integral part of the party. You understand? So with this kind of, see, there's a saying that when the head is rotten, what happens? The
Everything
body
goes down.
So you take the consequences as the body. Also, if you have a problem in the region, and there's a problem in the constituency, do you have a moral right to go and resolve the issue?
No, you can't fix it.
You can't fix it because when the first day your house is divided.
It's on fire.
Exactly. So these are the problems that national. Because Greater Accra is a critical and very important part. You started by saying that certain regions must be won, right? And Greater Accra is one of them, you know. And so if you have problems in the constituencies where the votes must come, where the seats must come, and at the head there are problems, and people just don't look at it critically and resolve the issue. It gives you a signal that people are not interested in the region.
The Adekoka factor is always there, and I've referred to you as snowball. You don't want to agree, but some of them, some of the regional executives, we are told, owe allegiance to you.
I don't want you to go through that route.
Because then you also have to help fix the regional problem.
No. I've just told you, if I'm invited, I will. I can't come to your house without you inviting me.
Yeah.
No, it's not proper.
Yeah.
Right? I think the problems there, I can tell you on no uncertain terms that I have no hand in it.
Okay.
I'm not a party to any faction. No, I am the type of person who brings people together. I like to forge consensus and unity. No, I wouldn't do that.
There was a recent fracas where I think there was a constituency executive, was it for Ablekuma West or was it Ablekuma? I think, I think one of them was suspended or was it sacked, and then the chairman came and then reversed that. I don't know if you noticed that.
No, is it to do with
West? Yeah, Ayawa West. Yes.
You see, those kind of things does not augur well for the party. You see, executive have taken a decision, right? As a chairman, if even you are not privy the decision, no, it's a collective. It's a collective. So when you come, you call your executives and ask them to give you an explanation what went into the decision. There are ways of massaging things. If eventually you feel that, no, let's reverse it, there's a way of going about it. But I saw communication within 24 hours or within seconds, reversing. That was not a good...
There's another issue of allegations that money that was given by John Mahama to give to delegates, 40 Ghana cedis, accountability issues have come up, and that also became a bone of contention and even a disruptive issue for you in the region.
These are matters that national and region must sit down to iron them out. They are very important. You see, you want unity in the party. So if there are things that are disturbing the forward march of the region, the system is there to nip it in the bud. But if you leave it to fester, you end up, the time you want to cure it, it will be too late. But we want to win Greater Accra, all of us, because otherwise the work that President Mahama is going to do subsequently will be in futility. So it's very important that things that are not, the benefit of the party in the people who are positioned to know and know must act.
Your current chairman says he has set a target to win 5 more seats, or is it 6 more seats, to add to the collection you have now. Is that possible for the NDC?
A journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. And the step that you take must be a correct step. Currently, the steps that are being taken are not correct. So, you can, if wishes were like what? Horses.
Beggars
will ride. You understand? So it's very important that to achieve that, you need certain things, and you need consensus. You need to be broadly minded, so that you hear a lot of things. But if you don't do that, then I'm afraid.
So where should that start from? I'm sure it begins with reconciliation.
The top, that is the national. They have the duty to do that.
They have to keep the region in line.
They should. Don't look at faces. Look at the party. The party is the larger body. Anybody who is putting impediments, be bold enough to step the person aside. I had a situation during my time in office when at that constituency were misbehaving, the whole executive. I stood them down, and I had to form an interim body to take charge of Adan. It has happened in so many constituencies. So the rule is there. Stick to the rule.
This is Face to Face on City TV. My name is Omar Sandamadu. My guest is a former Greater Accra Regional Chairman of the NDC, Joseph Adekoka. We're just discussing the status of the health of the NDC in the Greater Accra region, and the challenge is identifying and the solutions that he's preferring. So we're just talking about there. So national must intervene, regional has to do a lot of work. Are there some constituencies? Okay, I don't know whether you'd want to let the cat out of the bag, but chairman would not give me the constituency he's focused on. But do you think there are more constituencies you can win?
Oh, during my time, we targeted about 5 constituencies which we must win. Amasaman.
You lost Amasaman?
Yeah, so you have to win back Amasaman. Botiano and Geshamanfo. Tema West.
Tema West hasn't been your
seat. But it's a constituency, if we do our work well, we'll be able to take.
Okay.
Understand?
So Tema West looks right for you?
Tema West, during my time, I'm talking about.
Okay.
Before,
what do you know?
I don't know
what's the situation now. Okay.
Now. Right. Ayawaso West Wogon. This one.
Are you sure?
We won the presidential and we lost the parliamentary. All this I'm talking about. This
is Ayawaso West your candidate? Is the candidate a problem, or it is the party that is a problem, or is a message, or what's the problem? Because
the candidate is not a problem, but he also needs to do certain things to bring everybody on board. You see,
recently he almost got contested by his very good friend.
Exactly.
But the party managed to find a solution out of that.
So you see, party leadership is very important. Leadership at the constituency level. If you want to be a parliamentary candidate, you want to be a parliament leadership.
Okay.
You see, everything's about leadership, and it's not about yourself.
I see.
So, you understand?
So Ayawaso West will go, Botiano Shaman from Tema West, Amasaman. Which other constituency are you? Do you think?
The fifth one, the fifth one is Ablekuma West. Ablekuma West.
Eslau's
constituency.
You're sure that
we're able to bring the votes down considerably in the last.
I didn't hear you mention Dom Kwabenya.
Dom Kwabenya, the dynamics there is if the lady was Adwoa Safo comes, I'm sure it will be a bit difficult
for the MPP.
For the MPP, you know, for us.
For you, rather.
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
okay. You think she's still popular?
Because there's a certain dynamics in when you look at the church concept.
Yeah.
If Michael Kwe comes, then we stand a very good chance.
I see.
Yeah, because then there will be a faction will develop.
Christo Asafo against
exactly
Parachik.
Exactly.
And then you can then pass through.
Exactly. So these are dynamics that we have to. When you've been in the game for a long time, you know.
Exactly.
You know the dynamics.
Let's talk about other things nationally now. You said you have been following John Mahama during the campaign. What do Ghanaians want, or what is wrong with Ghana now? You've told me what's wrong with Greater Accra NDC and how it can be fixed. What is wrong with Ghana from your perspective? You
see, first and foremost, there's something called the 8-year cycle. That is number one. And if you look at all political dispensations, everywhere, except the British system where they don't have this 8-year because of the prime ministerial kind of governance. But where you look at in the Western world, where there's presidential kind of governance, you have a situation where there's an 8-year cycle. That normally goes against a certain government. Because people naturally will get fed up that, oh, you've been there for a long time. They've seen your face, they've seen your face for a long time. So new faces, they want new faces to come on board. Then secondly, you look at the economic situation of yourself, of the country. How healthy is the economic situation? You understand? Even during our time, we did so many development, but people felt, no, we have been there for a long time, have been there for 8 years. So even though Mahama has been there for 4 years, they see that he's been there for 8 years, so they must change, right? So they did that. So you have the 8-year cycle, and then you have the economic situation in the country. And then there are other factors, maybe the corruption in the system, jobs, you know, unemployment situation. So they'll look at the record of the government, that have they been able to resolve these issues? If they haven't, then you are caught in the web. You understand? So this is what, but the party itself, as NDC, should not be complacent and assume that all these I've said are just a matter of time. You have to work and convince the people that when you come back, these problems that you have envisaged, you have the capacity to resolve the issue. And for me, one thing that probably will help the NDC to win that is what President Mahama just said recently, the 24-hour economy. I mean, when you travel outside this country, you go to Dubai, you go to the US, the economy is run 24 hours. In this part of our world, especially on Fridays, by 3 p.m., everybody is going home, and you see everybody in black.
Going to funeral.
Go to funeral. And then they won't come on Monday. They'll come on Tuesday. So for 5 days or 4 days, nothing happens. After 8 o'clock, just go and look for some, few pharmacies are open. It depends on the area, right?
You can't even buy fuel at night these days.
Exactly.
Fuel stations are supposed to be running 24 hours, but they close. And
so I believe that it's a game changer, and I've been saying this for a very long time, that for us to progress, for us to make giant strides in this country, we need to be working 24 hours. You know, the factories, double shift. You can imagine the number of people that can be employed after 5 p.m. When I was in the UK, when I was a student, normally I start working at 6 p.m. After classes, 2 o'clock, I go home, do one, and then from 6 o'clock, I go and do some cleaning somewhere. You know, then I come home by 10, 11, 12. Come and sit and go to. So I was on a 24-hour shift, classes and work. You understand? That is how. So
that's what we need. I spoke to some people, even MPP people, who have said to me that the NDC of 2008 was hungrier for power and more serious and more aggressive. And that the NDC of 2024, you seem to be very relaxed and lackadaisical. Do you get that sense?
The dynamics then are different. You understand? The dynamics were different at that time. People were eager to make sure that the government and the people of Ghana also were eager. Still, the semblance is there.
Are you sure there's a bigger talk of breaking the 8 than change?
No, there isn't. I mean, going around. Saturday, I was at a funeral reception, and I was among MP people. And here's what one of them said. He said, 4 years ago, he could take 3 cedis and buy wache. He can get egg. He can get all those things. All those things. For 3 cedis, he could get all those things and be satisfied. Today, with 15 cedis, it's difficult for the president to have the same amount of wache he was having 4 or 5 years ago. So it shows you. And they are now coming to join the NDC to vote the government out. Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be that easy because you see, they are more aggressive on this. They are breaking the 8 mantra. I know it's not going to be.
And they have also said that their problems are because of Russia and Ukraine, and they've explained it beautifully, haven't they? You haven't been able to sell your message well. Do you even have a message?
Oh, I mean, you listen to President Mahmoud when he went to the TUC.
They say you don't have a message. In fact, MD people say, what is your alternative that you are offering?
I just gave you one.
They are going to match you boot for boot, they say, and they are going to remind you that you have been in power before.
I believe that we shouldn't concentrate our attacks on Bawumia. No. Like you said, what are the alternatives? And I was happy to hear President Mahama at the TUC. And he gave about 5 thematic areas that he needs to tackle. And this is what we should run with. And instead, we've got 1 year to run with it. So the alternatives are there.
But at least you are not running. You are
well, so if they are not running, then it is important that they are made aware that they are not running, and they should start running with it.
Perhaps you are not very hungry as a party, are you?
You see,
hungry for power. I mean,
hungry for power. You see, when you are not in leadership role, you might really not see whether they are hungry or not. You must be leadership for leadership to know. If leadership is hungry for power, it permeates down to the system. You understand? That's what I said. So if leadership is hungry, their actions and inactions will determine how the people, their supporters, react to them.
People will remember that Nanado brought them ambulances, Nanado brought them free senior high school. These are huge things that it will be difficult for you to dismantle in your campaign messages.
You see, I don't want us to dismantle what SHS has done to a lot of families. It's a noble idea. We all, you see, and people keep forgetting. When we went to school, it was free. We only paid tuition. When I went to Adesado, I only paid tuition. Everything was free. I was given free books. I was giving free hockey sticks. I was giving free...
hockey sticks?
Yeah, I play hockey a lot.
I see. Okay.
You know, those days, we were giving free. Everything was free. Our laundry was free.
They washed for you?
Yes.
Are you serious?
I'm telling you. Our school was free. You know, what we only paid was tuition. But when my mother would give me provision, as for the, you know, the gari and the shito and all those things, the sardines, that was, it's the man. We all had a chop box. Yeah. And that was a must. You cannot go to school without that. But apart from carrying that and then going to school, I think the uniforms were supplied in school.
I see.
Yeah, everything was tuition. I see. Nothing we paid was so free. SHS is not a thing of it's not something that hasn't happened before. Those who were in Legon, those days, they were sleeping and eating free. They had to choose. Remember, even they went on strike during the Buzia area because they were not giving what we call sweeties after meal. They wanted the custard and all those chocolate, and they went to. So these are not, except the population has grown, and we never made provisions for adding on as population.
So people who remember that seeing Akufo-Addo give it to them would say that continue, break the 8 because we are happy.
That alone is not the issue. After that, the quality of education. Go around now and see most people are sending their children to Ghana International. I know your son probably is in some.
I don't have a son.
Okay.
But I can't afford those big schools.
Oh, you can afford. When it gets there, you realize that instead of you buying 4 gallons of petrol a week, you buy 2. And make sure that the 2 gallons, you pay your son's school fees with it.
Let me take a break. This is Face to Face on City TV. When we come back, the Bawumia agenda, how is NDC going to deal with Dr. Bawumia, who is now holding the flag of the NPP? And also the issue of the running mate for John Mahama. What seems to be the... Please stay with us.
City TV is live on DSTV. Go to channel 363. On GoTV, access City TV on channel 182. On a digital TV, please press the menu button on the remote control and run a new search on your TV. Take note that without an antenna, you cannot access City TV on your television. City TV can be accessed on a free-to-air digital box like the GoTV and Star Times box. City TV, it's your world.
You're welcome back. This is Face to Face on City TV. Let's talk about your running mate. Is it that you cannot decide on who to make your running mate? Because you're an opposition party, you have all the freedom to campaign. We have a year to elections. It seems like you are still not sure. People are asking you to name your running mate, you are not doing it.
You see, that's the prerogative of the flag bearer. I'm sure by now he has a fair idea of what he wants to do. And probably you are right, the timing is very important. I believe so that with 2024 just a month away, I would have wished that we have a situation where going to 2024, the first month of 2024, we kickstart. And there should be probably a 3 or 4-prong attack, where you have the flag bearer on his own campaigning, where you have his running mate on his own campaigning, where you have the national chairman on his own campaigning, where you have another team of prominent NDC men. People have like the Doaja, who's a lot of, who also put together also to form. So you have
so that would be the team that Rawlings would have been leading in the past.
Exactly. So now that Rawlings, so this is what when we were hungry in 2008 we did, where Professor Mills was on his own, President Mahama, then vice candidate, was on his own, the national chairman was on his own, and then President Rawlings was on his own. So the whole country is covered. So it's very important that the party looks at this kind of campaign structure. So it's very important that, as you said, that the flag bearer should be in a position at the earliest possible time.
What kind of running mate do you think the NDC needs?
You see, the dynamics are different from 2020. I don't want us to look at the ticket of the MPP. I want us to look at the ticket of the NDC. And you have to find out what is everybody bringing on board, whatever rule you are given. The dynamics are different because 2024 years down the line, a lot of things have passed under the bridge. So who do you think will come this time round to, if you look at the record of NDC, President Mills had about 3 running mates before he was successful.
Hamidu, Mumuni,
before Mahama. So if you want to look at,
Rawlings had Accra and Mills.
Yeah, so if you want to look at,
Mahama had Emisa Arthur and Prof. Jane Nana.
Yeah, so if you want to look at the history of the party will help you to make an informed opinion.
Are you suggesting that Jane Nana be replaced?
I am not saying that. I'm saying the dynamics must be looked at.
What's your view on Jane Nana? Should she be chosen or not?
You see, Maru, in politics, I am not the one who takes the decision. The person who takes the decision must look at the dynamics and act accordingly. But my opinion probably will not matter, right? So there's no need for me to voice my opinion.
But would you want to voice the opinion?
Not here.
Let's talk about an opinion on Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. The MPP has chosen him, making nonsense of everything NDC has been saying, that MPP is an ACAM party and it will never, in fact, John Mahama said they will never give the flag bearership to a Northerner. Now they have. Shame on you, bro.
No, you see, it pains me when in this day and era we are trying to tribalize our politics. Kwame Nkrumah, when he gave us independence, made sure we are all Ghanaians. Doesn't matter where you come from. You understand? When I went to school with people from various backgrounds. I never knew the tribe I belonged to until we came to politics in recent times. That people are now categorizing people into tribes. No.
But your flag bearer did it.
No, I'm saying people must be, you have to look at the competence of the person. Don't look at qualification. Qualification, those things are neither here nor there. I mean, you can go to Harvard and be the most useless person on earth. Look at the competence, the vision of the person. Throughout his life, what has he done? What has he accomplished? It doesn't matter whether you are from the north or you are from the south or from the other. I don't believe in this, because all of us have migrated to be in this country called Ghana. All of us. I'm sure when I start looking at your background, you come from somewhere, your ancestors had to travel. So most of your crew here with myself. My great-great-grandfather comes from Brazil, all the way to Salone, to Nigeria, to Ghana. So I've got all this blood in me. Understand? So once you're a Ghanaian, and this is where you call your country, after 1955 or 1957, it is anybody who, at midnight, 1957, anybody who was in this country at that time is a Ghanaian.
Dr. Bawumia is going to be a problem for you, isn't he?
I don't think so.
Why not?
He
has been a wonderful campaigner in 2016.
No, you see, it's not a matter of campaign. I've just told you something, that there's the 8-year cycle. There's the dynamics of the economy. There's the dynamics of your personal fortunes, where you are. Ghanaians
Your votes have been coming from the north. Now that the MPP has come out from the north, they are sure that they will maintain their account votes and also get into your votes.
I just told you, let's depart from this tribalistic.
But whether I like it or not, people vote like that.
But you see, you end up, one day, you see what is happening in Israel and all those places. If you go through this kind of...
Are you not saying this because you've seen now that MPP has penetrated your stronghold?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that tribal politics will not help this country.
But it is what it is.
Well, so if you continue to harp on it, one day there will be no Ghana.
I'm not the one harping on it.
Yeah, because you journalists are harping on it.
No, you're not harping on it.
No,
I have told you former President Mahama addressed the country.
I don't think former President Mahama said so.
He said so.
He was just saying that this party...
He said that they don't choose anybody from the north.
The party MPP are tribalistic. That's the import of what he was trying to say.
So that's where he's coming from.
That's why I'm saying, let us take this tribalism out of our politics and look at Ghana as the bigger picture. Wherever you come from, doesn't matter. People should be able to vote for you because of your competence.
Okay. And he's the one who introduced the word competence in our national politics. I mean,
so now we are not going to compare the word incompetence and vote accordingly.
Let's end it here. Thank you so much for speaking to us on Face to Face.
Thank you.
That's Joseph Adekoka. He's former Greater Accra Regional Chairman of the National Democratic Congress. My name is Umar Rusanda. I want to thank you for watching Face to Face on City TV. Stay at City TV. It's your world.